Hey again, time for another weekend update. It's kind of like the Saturday Night Live thing. Remember the weekend update, all the comedy stuff and everything? It's almost comical at this point. So, anyway, it's about 3 a.m., I think it is, give or take. So, another very, very, very long day. I've got to be back here tomorrow to finish putting in my meter box. And for those of you that don't know what that is, I'll show you. It's the main panel outside your house, you know, where your meter sits. So for my final electrical inspection to get all full service into the building, I got to get this mounted outside the building and then run my SCU cable to it and all that fun stuff. And then that will be ready to go. It would have been done today, but everything running into here takes 3-inch PVC, oddly enough. The blue store doesn't carry 3-inch Schedule 80 PVC. Weird. But the orange store, they say they do. So I'm going to go up there tomorrow. Then I can get that on there. And then by Wednesday morning, the state inspector will be in. He'll do a full service release. The primary conductors will run for my 400 amp transformer that's out here in the yard, and then we're full power in the building, and then all the rest of the three-phase stuff and all that can be hooked up. So that's kind of where we're at. Did get a lot done regardless, though. It's been very busy. One of the things I'm most excited about, you know, there's a lot of trees around me, and I've done my business up against just about every tree out here. So I'm finally glad to have this. Isn't it great? Also, shower works too. Awesome. So, yep, there goes the shower. It's good to go. Cabinet should be here any day. Then that water will be on there. And so we're full service on water. But one of the things I think I'm most excited about that got done this weekend, it's pretty crazy, actually. Check this out. It's nuts. So, so it might look a little crazy on the camera. So let me explain on here. Man, it's dark outside and it's bright in here. I'll explain a little bit more about this stuff, and I actually need to give a big thanks. So of course, there's my fan box will be there, the filter box that'll go up there. It gives you a little workstation on top of it too. So there'll be filtered air. That's a 5500 CFM fan. So that is, let's kill these lights. So that's more than enough fan for what I'm doing. You'll also notice there was no air intakes up there in the corner. So I'm going to decide on what filter I want. Then it's just a matter of just cutting the holes in the sheetrock. I'm going to go in the opposite corner up here and cut the sheetrock out, and the air will come in through the cavity wall. And so that'll be the intake. So this is kind of like, I guess, a cross down draft, I guess, if you want to call it that, but it should work pretty well. And I did finish up in some more mudding stuff in here. So I did get the mixing room painted as well. Very happy about that. So I want to give a honorable mention, shout out, big thanks, huge thanks, if would probably be the way to say it. Tony Larimer from Dan M Company in Sauda. You know, he's been helping me for quite some time. We do have some videos to release. I just haven't had time to edit them yet. But Tony has really been instrumental in carrying me through this painting stuff. You know, teaching me about, you know, different guns and things like that. And of course, Andy Anderson out of Nashville, he's also been there too. But specifically, you know, Tony is an incredible wealth of knowledge. And the amount of guidance that he provided me on this booth is just unbelievable. So I need to give a big, huge thanks to Tony. He is, again, a great guy, and he's been such a huge help to me. And so just the plug there, if you're interested in any painting supplies or, you know, air compressor stuff, airlines and filtration systems and all that type of stuff. Dan Am Company's the way to go. Tony's the guy to call. Incredible wealth of knowledge there. So Tony actually also hooked me up with a company called AccuDraft, and they're the ones where the lighting came from in there. So not only did Tony send me to AccuDraft and connect me with the right guy there for the lighting, he also told me about the bulbs that are in there. So I'll see if maybe I can turn the lights on to tell you what we had to do. And on the post of this video, I'm going to show a couple of pictures of what I had to do. So I'll just leave it low light for now. So they're fully encased, explosion proof, cased in glass, and so they're easy to clean. But what Tony recommended that I do is, these are like color corrected LEDs, right? So they're not fluorescent. So the light fixture itself is set up with a ballast for fluorescence. But then Tony highly recommended that I go with these LED conversion bulbs. They do not use a ballast, incredibly efficient. I think all 4 bulbs only pull like 0.6 amps or something like that. So I did have to rewire these and then do away with the ballast. And so anyway, yes, I need to run more screws. I didn't have any screws with a head big enough. So that'll be another one of the things I get from the orange store tomorrow, and then I can put the rest of the screws in there. And here, I'll give you one more look. Get your eyes ready. God. Being in the dark, in low level light and everything, it's just kind of a shock. But what I like most about it is there are no shadows. I can stand here and I've been doing like this and walking around and looking for any shadows on my hands and stuff. And Tony actually recommended the placement on these lights as well. Again, he's an incredible wealth of knowledge, and what he had recommended was, trying to stagger, the lights from one side to the other and fill the area as much as I can. And being that it's an 8-foot ceiling, went with a 4-foot light. We had talked about putting lights overhead, but I don't think I'm going to need it. Everything I'm going to be painting is going to be at this height, give or take. So it's easy for me to look down, and the light just fills the room, even when I hold my hand up. And I came in here with like a shovel, and I'm just looking around, and there's no dark spots anywhere. But I did with my sprays, because it was dark in here when I was spraying. So I've got a little touch up to do right there, and a little bit of a touch up to do right there, but it's good. It's a paint booth, and it's a shop, right? So let's get, anyway, katydids are out again. The coyotes were out earlier. They were on a big hunt. They had something they were chasing, and man, they were hooping and hollering out there. It's quite a thing. So the plans for tomorrow: meter box hung. Then I've got, by tomorrow night, I got a haul butt back to Winder, Georgia. Tuesday morning, it's going to be loading up machine shop equipment. I'm going to rent a box truck. The Guy and Jason there, they're going to be loading up the box truck. They're going to come up here, and I've got to get the machine shop equipment in first. And we're going to unload that box truck over the next couple of days. And we've got, I think we got 4 or 5 bikes we got to bring up here. And then we're just gonna be moving like crazy over the next couple of weeks. We do have a couple of more bikes in the shop that I've got to finish up tuning, and one engine that I'm almost done with, so that will get installed. So we got time to that, and then find some time in here somewhere to maybe finish the FXR. I don't know. We'll find the time somewhere. Anyway, everyone, again, thank you so much for your I know I don't respond to a lot of your comments. It's just because I don't have time to look. But occasionally I'll, at night before I drift off to sleep, I'll read through them. And you guys are so encouraging and everything else. And thank you for caring. I see these, I look exhausted, all this type of stuff. But thanks, guys, for caring. It means the world to me. Thanks to all of our customers that are being so patient. Everyone's excited about coming here to this facility, So thanks to our customers with upcoming builds. that are being patient, and their kindness and concern, and it's wonderful to have that. I'm a very lucky guy for that. But anyway, then we'll maybe get the FXR done too. Who knows? Thanks a million, everyone. Thanks to Tony Larimer from Dan-Am Company and SATA for helping me out with all the information and the contacts and everything on that booth. And thanks to AccuDraft for helping me out with the lights and the LEDs. So we're this close, folks. Almost there. You guys have a great week. Thanks a million. Take care of yourselves.